and quickly lifted her arm to sniff herself, confused when she didn't smell anything. 3. Nina hurriedly called Mrs. Jenkins into the bedroom. Can you smell perfume on me? Mrs. Jenkins leaned close, sniffing Nina's arms and neck. No, I only smell your shampoo. Nina frowned, pacing back and forth. When you worked for Sarah, what did she smell like? Mrs. Jenkins thought for a moment. She didn't wear perfume. She never used any of the bottles in her cabinet. Honestly, she smelled of nothing, like she didn't care to enjoy life. Mrs. Jenkins had been hired by my mother 6 months ago, supposedly to help me with herbal broth since I hadn't conceived. I was thrilled by my parents' sudden care for me. Even though Mrs. Jenkins never cooked for me, it filled me with hope that maybe, just maybe, my parents had started to care. But I later learned that from the moment Mrs. Jenkins stepped into the house, she was part of the plan. Her real job was to observe my habits and secretly film me, so Nina could perfect her impersonation. Nina smirked at Mrs. Jenkins' remarks. Not just unlucky, she was doomed from the start. Mrs. Jenkins seemed puzzled. Doomed. Nina's smirk faltered for a moment before she recovered and delivered her rehearsed line. She was always sick. The old widow who raised her was constantly begging my parents for more money to take her to the doctor.